Ready for the understatement of the year? Good. Egypt is a big place. There's so much to discover and so many quests to do in Ubisoft's mammoth open world tale that it's easy to bypass the less obvious details that make Origins worth your time. To save you the trouble, here's 12 things we discovered while playing Assassin's Creed Origins. Number 1. You can kill the cats and birds that wander in the open world, but not chickens. Yup, that's right, you can impale as many kitties as you want with your arrows, just like this. And the same goes for the birds. Why you'd want to is way beyond us, but doing so doesn't trigger any overtly protective reactions from the NPCs strolling through the streets. Oddly enough, we can't say the same for chickens. These impervious little fowls are, well, impervious, no matter how hard we try. So there's no harsh Skyrim justice here, where hitting one small hen would set the entire town on you. Thank God. 2. There are different enemy factions, and you can make them fight. Enemy factions litter the streets like garbage, and it's our job to keep the street clean. As a Medjay, kind of like an ancient Egyptian sheriff, Bayek is on the wrong side of the Tomleys, bureaucrats who collect taxes and transfer prisoners, making a general nuisance of themselves. The usual bandits roam the outskirts of the cities too, so you'll soon discover that Bayek has a lot of enemies. The good news is that if they run into each other, they'll start beating each other up, saving you the trouble of dealing with two factions at once. 3. You have a friend. Bayek isn't entirely alone. Along the way, you'll meet this female character who appears to be following the same path as you. As she puts it,
"You and I are pledged to violence. Now. And always."
So far, we don't know much about her or her background, but what we do know is that you're together, or at least were. And she'll tag along and help out during story missions. Aww. For some of these missions, she'll be the lead character you'll be playing as. Rumours from Gamescom are that this will be a selectable choice before the start of the mission, and you can pick which characters you want depending on your playstyle, like Evie and Jacob from Syndicate. 4. New enemy types require different tactics. New enemy types like the Brute, the Super, and the Predators will keep you on your toes. Brutes are strong, slow, and hit very hard. You'll have to use heavy attacks to make any dent in their health and make a liberal use of the roll button. Supers are just as formidable. They're basically commanders of a squadron of fighters, so their soldiers will pull back as you start to fight. Letting their commander soak up all the glory, they'll cheer the Super on and hem you in during the fight to the death. Hopefully it will be the Super that bites the dust. Tackling one is basically like fighting an assassin. Their emphasis on hiding in tall grass or distracting you using smoke bombs makes hitting them a serious test of skill. Number 5. The Pyramid of Giza is almost 100% accurate. I spoke to Ashraf about the pyramids and he let us in on a little secret. They're almost 100% accurate to the real life structures. Here it is in his own words.
Giza Plateau. Lots of iteration on the Giza Plateau.
Yeah.
Because we needed to nail it. Balance, making sure that we actually respect the architecture. So the architecture is respected, I would say, almost 100%.
Wow,
the
really?
interior, oh yeah, all the chambers, all the corridors are the exact same ones, same angles, we've added our own hidden chambers that have not been found yet, and wait till the day they're found.
Okay.
And it's where we infuse our lore and where we infuse our, why would the player be interested in going to the Great Pyramid.
Number 6. Crocodiles will attack your boat and eventually sink it. Taming one and making it your friend should be the first thing on your agenda as soon as you spot one of these scaled monstrosities. One alone is powerful enough to not only attack your boat, but will sink it in no time at all. So be careful which waters you sail into, because any with crocodiles in it should be handled with extreme caution. Number 7. Detective mode makes you into an ancient sleuth. At some points in the story, you'll be required to do a little bit of detective work and find certain clues and items in a specified area, like here, where we're searching for the cause of a bull's illness. To do this, you just tap up on the D-pad to send out a pulse. Helpfully, items and people worth investigating are then marked so you can investigate further. Don't worry about straying too far from the clue goldmine though. If you leave the investigation area, a prompt appears on the screen, so, at least at this stage, these sections aren't easy to overlook. Number 8. Look out for stone circles and papyrus scrolls for intricate puzzles. Ashraf had more to say about the kinds of things that people might miss in Origins, and it concerns a lot of puzzles. Intricate ones. He told us precisely what players should keep an eye out for when we chatted to him.
So these papyruses, the idea is that they've been left behind. There's a little backstory to who wrote them, and but I won't get into that. But these are really cool little puzzles that actually help you explore Egypt and actually do fairly cool things to try to figure out what you can find and where you can find it. Like they're world puzzles, so it's really about understanding the world and how it works. I don't want to give anything away because they're super cool.
Number 9. Everything is climbable, no more looking for handholds. Previous Assassin's Creed games probably trained you to look for those telltale dents in the wall when it came to scaling them. Origins changes all of that. Thanks to the fact that most of the buildings are either one-story tall or are made of bright white stone, almost everything is climbable. Sloped pyramids like these are a notable exception, as getting to the top of them is meant to be a test, so you will have to find the handholds for these triangular tombs. But when you're running around Memphis or Alexandria, get ready to let Bayek's parkour skills shine. Number 10. There are sunken temples to explore. Unlike Black Flag, Origins doesn't have dive spots. This time, the entirety of the underwater world is there for you to explore and loot. Sunken temples are reminders of Egypt's past and are home to the best loot in the Nile. We explored the Temple of Ramesses, which was helpfully marked on our map, although if you want to get a true sense of discovery, don't be afraid to dive deep, and often, in unmarked sections of the map, as there are sure to be some hidden trinkets just itching to be found. Number 11. There are special attacks. During combat, a bar will build up next to your health, which, once filled, will flash, indicating that your special attack is ready. Hitting RB and RT will send Bayek into a frenzy, insta-killing the nearest enemy with a sweet execution, just like this. These devastating moves change with each weapon, so start collecting ASAP. Super handy for getting yourself out of a tight spot if you've exhausted all the other options, of which running away is definitely part of. We'd also expect these to be upgradable as the game progresses, using the skill tree, so you shouldn't be seeing too much of the same animation. Number 12. You can pet Senna. Bayek's trusty avian friend is indispensable in Origins, so it's no surprise that we've heard that if you leave Bayek idle for a minute or so, the majestic eagle will fly down to his arm for some much-deserved pets. From ruffling Senna's feathered chest to giving her a thoroughly affectionate noogie, you can apparently show the feathered friend just how much you value her companionship. Aww. Let us know what you think of Assassin's Creed Origins so far in the comments below, click the boxes on the left for more content from us, and don't forget to hit that big button in the middle for more gaming news, reviews, previews and features right here on GamesRadar Plus.